Hi everybody, thanks for tuning into the channel. So tonight I'm going to talk about a topic, it's a corollary of the last video I made about the guitars that I had sold and regretted selling and kicked myself for. Well, this is kind of the corollary because this is like guitars that I bought twice. In some situations I've sold guitars and I missed them so much, like I just did recently with my Starcaster. There's a video about that on the channel too. I went back and bought one again, or like say it was a situation where like a family move. We moved one time from Alaska to Virginia, and to help finance that, I sold most of my guitar collection, and then when I got the chance and the money and stuff there, I bought back some of the instruments, not necessarily the same instrument, but the same model instrument, not necessarily the same guitar itself. And so this is one of them here. This is an Alvarez AJ60. Has a solid alpine spruce top, maple back insides. It's a wonderful guitar, and I played one of these for years, and I have a matching 12 string, which you can kind of see up on the wall behind me. It's the AJ60 12 string, and these were my two performance guitars for a long time when I was playing coffee houses and festivals and stuff like that. And they're just wonderful instruments. I have enjoyed playing them a great deal. But I ended up at one point having to be able to sell them. I had to sell them to afford to do a family move to a different state. And so what ended up happening is like, well, I missed them so much that when I got a chance, I bought new ones. And so these I've owned for just a few years now. But I had ones just like them. It was probably 15 years ago, and I played it for about 10 years and ended up having to sell them before making a move. So the Alvarez AJ60 is a model that I've cared enough about and enjoyed enough to buy twice. Another instrument along that line was I had actually bought one in a pawn shop many years ago, and then I played it for a long time, and then I traded it for another guitar, and then ended up buying, or actually doing another trade to get a guitar just like it back, and that was a Gibson Mark 72. The Mark 72s were an odd guitar that were made by Gibson in the 70s. They are starting to become collectible now, but for the longest time you'd see them in a pawn shop and nobody had them, nobody wanted them, nobody famous ever played one, and so they just really didn't move, and they weren't very collectible. But now, just like anything that's an American-made Gibson, they're going up in price. But I've owned two of them over the years, and they're very enjoyable guitars to play, perfectly balanced, beautiful for recording. Another instrument I've had, which I don't own one at all like this now. I have to maybe get one of those in the future too. But that's the Epiphone, the current modern, or like the mid-90s, I guess, is when they first came out with these. The Emperor Regent. They don't make those anymore. It's a big body arch top, sort of modeled after like the Gibson Johnny Smith, or I tell you, my favorite guitar, as far as I think the prettiest guitar ever built in the world, is the Guild Artist Award, and they're like $5,000. I'll never buy one of those in my whole life. But the Epiphone looks a lot like one, and that's just a classic design, and it's fun to play, very comfortable guitar to play. But that's a big blonde arch top guitar. You can tell I have a thing for like the blonde jumbos, the maple back and sides. That's a very, I think it's an aesthetic that's very appealing. But I've had two of those Emperor Regents over the years. Let's see if there's any others that I've had. Oh, and my Ovation, of course. My Ovation there's a video on the channel about the Ovation, the white top Ovation. So, are there guitars that you've owned more than once? If so, drop a comment and let me know what you think about it. You done the same kind of mistakes as me? Sell one, buy one, or be in a situation where you had to sell one, and then when you got the opportunity, you bought one back just like it. I'm just curious as to how common that is. Appreciate you watching the channel. I'm on break now from school. We had our last day today, and now we're on 2 weeks on winter break, so I have some chances to visit with families and celebrate Christmas and New Year's, and hopefully I'll squeeze some time in there for some videos as well. So like, subscribe, and share, and drop a comment if you've been like me and bought the same guitar twice and out of the regret of selling it the first time. Okay, so that's all I got. Catch you next time here on the channel. Bye.